Hey man, how's it going? I just got back from work. Got out early, yeah. And so I just thought I would make this video because it's a lot easier to watch than a wall of text. And so there's a lot of things going on with my approach here. First thing, of course, dash forwarding because you can get 4 to 5 free plinks in depending how fast you are out of it. And then the second thing is that when dashing out of this path, I'm going to dash up here. And the reason is because when he summons the plus sign or the X, see there I was actually a little bit off. That's okay. It doesn't matter. This still works. If he summons the plus sign right on me, I'm going to dash down here out behind him and keep plinking. And then if he summons the X, right, if he summons the X, I'm going to dash right here, right next to him, and then be able to keep plinking. And that allows me to get in damage. You can also sneak in like a pistol shot or two while you're up here. That helps buy you a little more time. So there you see, easy peasy, no problem. And then I'm going to rotate around his body in this direction in order to try to buy me some more time. But he teleported pretty quickly there. I think it was my fault. That's okay. And then just follow him with the teleport. However, you're going to notice that I actually stop on a pretty specific point. The reason is because the way the square pathways AI works is they like to travel the least distance and then also to sort of track the direction you're moving. And so it sort of decides which is going to be the next square based on these two criteria. So I'm intentionally standing on this line because it's in the upper half of the box, right? So the path is always going to travel just upwards if I'm up here in this region, because it's not going to travel backwards. So what I do is I stand on this line just because I know this lines up really well with this area, and or just like around in this general spot. Then the pathway is going to travel over. Next, I'm going to flash up here, and the reason is because the hitbox for the boss is really funny. Right, it's like a three-dimensional model, right? But instead of it coming out of the screen, it's actually more flat along the screen. The actual hitbox for the boss is its model. So I'm going to flash up here, and this entire thing is actually its hitbox, even though you can stand within the hitbox, which makes me laugh. So that being said, though, this flash up here is also going to be multi-purpose as well. Yay, footwork! So what I'm going to do is I'm going to manipulate the pathway to go to a place where it's not going to bother me anymore. So I'm going to stand over here to have the path travel to the right, okay? However, I'm also going to start walking downwards. But because when I flashed up here, okay, when I flashed up here, right, I was standing more along this border here to the next square, standing closer to this border than I was standing to the horizontal border. Okay, do you see that? See that? So I'm pretty far away from this horizontal border. So I know the square is not going to travel down in this direction immediately. I know it's going to travel this direction first. It's going to go to this square next. And then if it has another turn, it'll travel down this way, which is fine. Or if it runs out of turns, it'll actually head just off the map. So all this footwork is to try and get these pathways to get out of my way and allow me to keep hammering on the boss. So where's the next place I'm going to dash? Well, clearly, if I'm having the pathway go in this direction or downwards behind the boss, I want to be in front of the boss moving at a diagonal. Because this way I don't lose any distance from the boss. However, I maximize the distance between me and the pathways. So there we go. I flash down there. And unfortunately, he summons the X. That's okay. You just keep up the pattern and dashing up. And because his hitbox is so tall, I'm just able to keep plinking immediately. Then what I'm doing now is I'm dashing out towards the center because he's going to summon these big guys. And I'm waiting for him to teleport to the middle, because that's where I'm going to deal most of the damage. So there I see him teleport, and I only need one more dash to catch up instead of to chain 2 slow dashes. And so this allows me to attack him immediately coming out of the teleport. And then the bit of AI manipulation that both me and Spleen accidentally stumbled on, and I figured out exactly what it was, is when you get the boss to look in different directions, if you keep getting him to flip-flop while he's trying to figure out where to teleport to, it actually slows him down a bit. And then all of these plinkings also in a row also slow him down. So there you can see him turning left to right, and that'll keep him in the center. And so with that, it's just really funny. And if you don't kill him there in the center, you can just kill him in the first place he teleports to. But yeah, anyways, hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and yeah, good luck. I love this boss.